All right, what's going on? Out here walking the dog again, and just wanted to make a video about my thoughts on relationships because it seems that there's a lot of people that don't actually know what a relationship is supposed to be. So I equate it to this: you just got to break down the word a relation. You're having relations with someone, conversations, you're in each other's presence, you're sharing things between each other. It's that cyclical expression. And then ship, a boat, a vessel to take you from one place to the other. That is what a relationship is. Friendship, same thing. You're friends with someone and you're in a vessel. The friendship, the combination of you two, is making this vessel in which you're traveling on. And many people don't get that. Don't get that. They have a real misconception of this. So I'm gonna break it down. So when you get into a relationship with somebody, with anybody really, and it doesn't have to be a romantic or marriage or anything like that. You get in a relationship, it is supposed to be for one reason and one reason only. It's because you two happen to be going in the same direction. And you said, hey, let's go there together. You have now created your relationship, your relation with each other. Let's say you got half of a bubble and they got half of a bubble. You put that together and created a whole bubble. You created a vessel that you guys are traveling in. A vessel made of the relation that you have between each other. That is the relationship that you're on. When you have a friendship, you make a vessel with the friend that you have created. You're now a friend of that person, and they're a friend of you, creating that vessel, which is the friendship that you're traveling on. So now you get in a relationship. If you don't have a direction that you're traveling in, then it's not a relationship. You're just having relations. You're not in a relationship. So if your end goals don't align, you're just having relations. You're not in a relationship. So if your goal is to, I don't know, if the woman's goal is to have a family and to, live on a farm and have raised chickens and stuff like that, and his goal is to, I want to go to New York and run a multi-million-dollar business, everything. Those goals don't align. Now, that was real basic. They could align because, you can live, in the boonies part of New York, and you can still have that farm and be close enough to the city where you can run your stuff off the internet. But we ain't getting into that. That's if they wanted to make it work. We're talking about if it was completely opposite. So that's a relationship that can't function. If I'm just speaking that low level of he wants to be in the city, she wants to be in the country, that's a relationship that can't function. They have two goals. The ship is going to go in one of those directions. So whoever's the more dominant person is going to pull the ship in that direction. The other person's going to feel like they've been manipulated, they've been deceived, they've been tricked, they've been pressured, all that good stuff. It's a ship that can't stand. So relationships only work when both people, good boy, when both people are going in a similar direction. They're combining their talents, their experience, their emotions, and creating this ship that they are now traveling on through life. Get past these dogs. There's a lot of dogs back here. Lord have mercy, everybody got their dogs in the backyard today. Move it. Didn't expect there to be that many dogs back there. All right, sorry for the barking. Anyway, so you got this relationship that you're going on to, the ship that you're building with each other. So, how I put this? You have your general direction that you're going in. And from that general direction, you build certain things to help you get there. You establish it through your relations with each other. So he's good at this, you're good at that. He's wise about this, you're wise about that. He's knowledgeable about this, you're knowledgeable about that. And you build this ship together to take you to your destination that you want to get to. Now, within this ship, it requires upkeep. So, if you say that you want a relationship to be happy and be in love, that is misguided. You're going to a destination that is solely based on feelings. It's not based on something solid. You made a shoddy ship. You made a ship that can't take the waves because your goal is to only sail on calm seas. And that's not how that goes. The seas are gonna get rough. What are you gonna do when it gets rough? If your only goal is to be in love and to have, a fun relationship with each other, then as soon as the seas get choppy, you're gonna realize that you're on the wrong boat. You're like, oh, I don't wanna be here. This isn't what I wanted to be at. So a relationship can't be built on something that's not solid. You wanna make a boat, you don't make it out of leaves, you make it out of wood or metal or something solid, so you can sail those rough seas. So, important thing is about a relationship. Have a general direction that you're both going in, whether it be a friendship or a relationship with a lover. Make your ship out of something solid. Everything's loud today. Make your ship out of something solid. What are you basing this off of? What is your end goal? Like, oh, I want to be happy and stuff. Nope, not a goal you can base yourself off something solid. Dang, everybody doing stuff outside, it's all loud. Your goal should be, hey, I want to have this house by this time. I want to have a family by this age. I want to raise our kids this way. And you should hash out those things. It is like you're building a ship plank by plank when you're hashing out those things. You're figuring out each other through the relations that you're having with each other, talking, expressing yourselves with one another, figuring out things about each other. You are building this ship that you're going to sail the seas, and you're always building on it, and you're always adding to it. Sirius, come here. Come. You're always building on it. You're always adding to it. And you're always repairing it and doing maintenance as well, because things are going to break. The stuff that you thought was going to be really stable, sometimes seas get real rough and it destroys that thing. And you need to do maintenance. You need to fix those things. And that's when it comes to trusting your partner. You have to have trust in that relations that you have with them. You need to know, be knowledgeable about your partner, and trust that they're going to be able to maintain the relations, the relationship, the boat that you were just on. I'm trying to get away from this lawnmower so it don't be real loud. Trust your partner to maintain the relation that you just established, the ship that you're on. So you need to build that on trust. You need to know your partner's capabilities. Can they hang with the mission that you're trying to go on, with the way you're trying to go? Can they stick with you? Can they take the rough seas? How they react when things do get rough? Like, are they just gonna panic and then go crazy, or are they gonna be able to take it and move along to the next? Are they knowledgeable that, the seas is gonna get rough? How are they gonna deal with that? All things that go into a relationship, a vessel to take you where you want to go. Come on, pup. It just seems like in the world people get confused with what a relationship is supposed to be. Your relationship shouldn't be based on just your internal feelings. Feelings, emotions change often. They're not solid. They shift constantly. So you cannot make a ship based on emotions. You should make a ship based on physical things, based on something solid, a goal, an ideal, a moral, something that is foundational to your being. That way, whenever things get shaky, whenever things get crazy, you know that throughout your entire life, I'm trying to rehook the dog. When you know throughout your entire life, this foundation about yourself has not broken, no matter what you've been through. If you base your relationship on that, and you find a person that aligns with that, your relationship will stand forever. But if your relationship is based on something just flighty, oh, I want love, I want this, I want that, nope, it's not gonna last. It's gonna break apart. Because love comes and goes, just like everything else. It's something that flows. Emotions flows like water. You can't make a ship out of water. You gotta make it out of something solid. Now, there was one point that I really wanted to get into, and I'm trying to remember it, about relationships and how it's a ship that's traveling. So, when you're on that ship, both of you are creating it, both of you are doing it, maintenance, there we go. So, maintenance on the ship. Like I said, you gotta trust your partner to be able to make repairs to the ship that you're both on. You gotta trust them with your back. You gotta be able to say, hey, I know this person is capable and this person is loyal and we're going in the same direction. They're going to be able to maintain this relationship. That means when the seas get rocky, when life gets rocking, and something happens and someone feels down, someone feels out, you gotta be able to maintain that relationship. You gotta help them back up. You gotta rebuild. Not just when things physically get rocky, when bills get high or something like that, but like emotionally, when that person's going through some stuff. You got to be able to make repairs on the stuff that's on that ship that you have between each other. And you got to trust your partner to do that. What I mean by that is when you're having problems, trust your partner to either help you through that problem or to assist you with that problem. And I broke that down like that because helping you through a problem means you have the solution to that problem. You just need some support in getting it done. And then assisting you with that problem is you don't all know all of what you need to do to get through that problem, but your partner does. So they're letting you know, hey, you need to do this, and you need to trust them that they're steering you in the right direction and make that happen to fix the relationship that you're both on. Because they have a stake in that relationship too. The ship, they're on that ship too. You gotta trust them to be like, they're not gonna sink their own ship. I need to go with what this person is telling me and not take offense to it, to not feel like, oh, I'm weak because I can't do it myself. And this person has to help me, this person has to lift me up, because we all need to be lifted up. The point is, you're on the same ship together. So it's not about, oh, he's lifting me up or she's lifting me up when I'm weak and I feel unworthy and stuff. No, you're on the same ship. The water's coming in because you have gone through some stuff, or you have some stuff that came up, or you have some trauma that you need to work through and you just can't do it. That's why that person's there. That's why you made that covenant. That's why you made this ship with them. It's because you trusted them enough to be able to help you get to your destination much faster, or to get to your destination at all. Because if your destination is to have a family and have a farm out in the country, you can't have that family without somebody else. And I mean, like, have kids. It takes two people to make kids. It doesn't matter how you divide it up or mix it around. It takes two people, whether you have a sperm donor or not. That sperm came from a guy. So as little as a contribution as he made to your ship, that's still his contribution. That's still a ship that you're two are on, whether you know what he looks like or not. You'll know what he looks like when your children come out. Now this, yeah. Anyway, so you get into ships because you want to be able to get to your destination faster, or get to your destination at all. Because human beings, we need each other. We need each other in order to survive. We need each other in order to do certain things. We are better with each other. There is no situation in life where you can say, oh, I don't need a man, or no, I don't need a woman. You do. You don't need them to survive. That's not the lesson here. But to excel to the pinnacles of what we can achieve, yes, we need each other. So don't play. We need each other. So I don't care what you feel. I don't care what traumas you have. I'm sorry it happened to you. I hope you get better. I hope you realize the lessons from that and you're able to move on with wisdom and compassion. But we need each other. So if you're thinking you don't, you're wrong. We do. And if you're like, who are you to think, to denounce my feelings, to think that, to make me feel like, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Make me feel like I'm not seen or that my feelings don't matter in this matter. You're not God. God made both man and woman for a particular reason and made us to come together for a particular reason. So, since you're not God, I'm gonna have to go with the big G on this one and believe him over you. If he said, you know what, let me stop putting genders on the Most High. If the Most High said that men and women are supposed to be together for a reason, then I'm gonna believe that over whatever emotional baggage that people have out in this world. It's a dude that's saying, I don't need a woman, I can do this and this, and I'm happier without a woman. You're wrong. If there's a woman out there that's saying, I don't need a man, and I'm happier without one, da da da, you're wrong. Your ship's broken and you need to fix it. You know, that individual, that ship, individual ship, that little boat that you got right there, right in here, this heart space, you need to work on that. So, hey, take it up with the Most High, not me. I'm just letting you know. I'm just telling you the word. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think about. And I'm pretty sure I had something else when I was going on my walk, but I forgot. So, relationships, friendships, they're all vessels to take you where you want to go. And where you want to go, you need to decide with the person that you're with right there and know yourself enough to be able to discern whether that person's being true with you or not. Because you don't want to get on a ship with someone who actually doesn't want to go in the direction that you're going in. Look at not their words or how they appear or what you perceive. Look at what they've created. What have they really made in their lives? And you should be able to tell whether that person wants to go in the direction you're going to or not. If they've never studied about grass or trees or farming or raising animals or something, and they say, yeah, I want to have a farm, they don't. If the only thing they've looked at ever is like high fashion or cars or stuff like that, nah, they don't want to start a farm. You go somewhere else. Doesn't matter how much flannel they wear or like what they got on, you know, or what they say. It sounds good. Nah, don't. They got to know something. They gotta be able to produce something. They growing something? They ever growing something before? Nah. Keep moving. I'm using the farm reference because I'm really thinking about that, and I do want one in the future. Maybe not a farm, but like just a big yard where I can grow whatever I want. I had one where I grew whatever I want, and it was wonderful. I want it back. So that's all I got. Thank you for listening.